Romney news. The other rich guy that Mitt Romney met with in Las Vegas today. Picture's worth 1,000 words, right? The second major Las Vegas event that Mitt Romney is doing today, on the day that he clinches the Republican nomination for president, is this fundraiser with a man named Donald Trump. Donald Trump, who Mitt Romney has made a centerpiece of his campaign. Less than a year ago, Donald Trump was himself considering a run for president. He was campaigning for the job largely by intimating or outright alleging that the President of the United States was not really the President of the United States. Mr. Trump intimating that President Obama is secretly foreign. That was the basis of the Donald Trump flash-in-the-pan presidential candidacy a year ago. That's the reason he wanted to run.
Why doesn't he show his birth certificate? And you know what? I wish he would, because I think it's a terrible pall that's hanging over him. He should show his birth certificate.
3 weeks ago when I started, I thought he was probably born in this country, and now I really have a much bigger doubt than I did before.
But based on what?
And you know what? His grandmother in Kenya said he was born in Kenya, and she was there and witnessed the birth, okay? He doesn't have a birth certificate, or he hasn't shown it.
If you are going to be the President of the United States, you have to be born in this country. And there is a doubt as to whether or not he was born.
That little brain-curdling wallow in nihilistic, nativistic, celebrity-driven verbal upchuck came to a very abrupt end just about 1 year ago, when on a Wednesday afternoon, the President of the United States held a press conference at the White House to release his freaking birth certificate, to put that nonsense to rest. That was on a Wednesday afternoon. 3 days later, on Saturday, it was the White House Correspondents' Dinner, where the President devoted a significant portion of his remarks to making fun of Donald Trump for the birth certificate nonsense. It was not until the following day, on Sunday, that we learned that while the President was holding that birth certificate press conference and delivering those jokes at Donald Trump's expense, the other thing that was going on in the presidential schedule at that moment was that he was overseeing the operation to kill Osama bin Laden in Pakistan, which made the whole birth certificate thing seem a little crazy in retrospect. And so no, Donald Trump would not be running for president. And Donald Trump's little birther moment in the spotlight was not only a humiliation for him, but for anybody who wasted the firing of even a single neuron listening to him about that issue. Donald Trump, as a Republican political figure, was over. But quietly, and very soon thereafter, it was Mitt Romney who brought him back. We got the announcement that Osama bin Laden was killed on May 1st. By September, Mitt Romney was meeting in Manhattan with Donald Trump. Seeking what? Advice? An endorsement? You would want an endorsement from Donald Trump? Yes, it turns out you would. In February, Mitt Romney flies out to one of Donald Trump's hotels in Las Vegas to accept in person an official endorsement from Mr. Trump.
There are some things that you just can't imagine happening in your life. This is one of them. Being in Donald Trump's magnificent hotel and having his endorsement is a delight. So I want to say thank you to Donald Trump for his endorsement. It means a great deal to me to have the endorsement of Mr. Trump.
That was February of this year. Then 2 months after that, in April, Donald Trump threw a 63rd birthday party for Ann Romney, for Mrs. Romney, at Trump Tower. A birthday bash complete with this edible, sugar-coated depiction of Mrs. Romney atop a horse. That was the cake that Mr. Trump prepared for the birthday event. Donald Trump was such a big part of the Romney campaign that by then ABC News was able to report at the time, quote, all told, the Donald has recorded more than 30 robocalls for the campaign and participated in more than 50 radio interviews in every state holding primaries over the past 2 months. So you've got the September meeting, you've got the February endorsement, you've got the April birthday party, you've got dozens of robocalls, dozens of surrogate interviews, and now today, the day he clinches the nomination, Mitt Romney and Donald Trump jointly hosting a Romney campaign fundraiser in Las Vegas. Mr. Trump is not a random supporter of the Romney campaign, he is a centerpiece of the Romney campaign, and with the credibility and platform and Republican Party's presidential nominee's seal of approval that gives him, Donald Trump is busy advancing what is still his main and, dare I say, only political message.
Is it the most important thing? In a way it is, because, you know, you're not allowed to be president if you're not born in the country. But let's see what happens. So a lot of people are questioning his birth certificate. They're questioning the authenticity of his birth certificate. There are some major questions here, and the press doesn't want to cover it. The press just refuses to cover it. A lot of people do not think it was an authentic certificate.
How can you say that if
you won't report it, Wolf, but many people do not think it was authentic. His mother was not in the hospital. There were many other things that came out. You tell me, really, you analyzed the birth certificate. There are many people that don't agree with that birth certificate. They don't think it's authentic, Wolf.
That was not stuff from last year when Donald Trump was fake running for president in order to get himself some attention. That's what's happening now, while Mitt Romney is holding this fundraiser with him. Asked how he can stomach raising money with and campaigning with and co-hosting events with somebody who's promoting that kind of nonsense about the president, Mr. Romney last night displayed this profile and courage.
I don't agree with all the people who support me, and my guess is they don't all agree with everything I believe in. But I need to get 50.1% or more, and I'm appreciative to have the help of a lot of good people.
I need to get 50.1% or more, whatever it takes. This fundraiser tonight with Mitt Romney and Donald Trump is expected to raise $2 million for the Romney campaign. $2 million is $2 million. Mr. Romney's in the business of chasing campaign money around the country right now. His two stops in Las Vegas, after all, are with a casino billionaire and with Donald Trump at this fundraiser. He's chasing money right now. But even though $2 million is a lot of money, $2 million for somebody like Mitt Romney is actually not all that much money. He dropped more than $40 million of his own money on his failed campaign back in 2008. This time around, he's only spent about $150,000 of his own money so far. $2 million is nothing to Mitt Romney. $2 million is the kind of money Mitt Romney might conceivably have in his wallet at any one moment. Or maybe in his wallet and under the mattress at the La Jolla mansion, right? It is the $2 million he's raising at this fundraiser really worth it for his campaign and for the Republican Party and for the country, for him to be endorsing this nonsense? Because Mitt Romney has punted this to us now by taking Donald Trump's side. Now we have to figure out about ourselves whether we are the kind of country where you gain more votes than you lose by associating yourself with an insane conspiracy theory like this. If you are Mitt Romney, apparently you really think we're the kind of country where this is going to earn you votes, earn you more than you lose. So you do the Donald Trump fundraiser. You, in fact, play right into it by releasing your own birth certificate on the day of your Donald Trump birther fundraiser, which Mitt Romney did today. And you come up with some way to look at yourself in the mirror, and you hope that history forgives you.